GMIHub is accepting new songs for their 2023 Christmas compilation. To find out how to submit your song, go to www.gmihub.ca today. GMIHub Family Christmas Volume 4.
Now is the time to submit your original Christmas song.
The Who is You. If you're a songwriter and would love to be a part of our Christmas compilation project, then you're in the right place.
Where can you submit? GMIHub.ca is the place. Please visit our website at GMIHub.ca and click on Family Christmas to find out how you can submit your song today.
You could be a part of the GMI Hub Family Christmas Volume 4.
Hey everyone, welcome to GMI Hub Online. I hope you had a great week and a great weekend. I'm so glad you're able to join us today. I'm Cheryl Dewick, your host, and with me tonight, we're doing studio tonight, is my wonderful husband, Daryl Dewick. Daryl, you want to say hi real quick? You got to unmute.
Hi, real quick. There we go. No?
Real funny. Anyway, we're excited about the conversation we're having today. You know what? Most of you as artists are releasing great music right now. Like, I don't know if you've seen that, but there's a lot of new music coming out right now. And usually when new music comes out, the next step is music videos. And today, that is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about what goes behind the making of a music video. I'm sure we take it for granted because we watch them all the time. We love the imagery. We love seeing the artists, singing and in an environment that kind of exemplifies what their song's all about. But what goes behind actually making that happen? Well, tonight I'm excited about the guest that we have tonight, who is the videographer behind the music videos for one of the artists you've seen on our artist showcases, and who's also been a panelist with us, and that's Raymond Toe. Raymond's not with us tonight, but his videographer is here. But before I introduce him and give you a chance to see him, I want to remind you that you're here with us on GMI Hub Online. If you're watching us on YouTube, I invite you to click the like button and hit the subscribe button. And also ring that bell. The reason for that is anytime we go online, that gives you the opportunity to see us again and see what great conversations that are coming up. We try to cover topics that we feel are relevant to what you need to help you be more successful in the music industry and in your music career. So definitely do that. I also want to remind you that we are available on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and here on YouTube, of course. So feel free to go check us out and follow us on any of those platforms. But I would be really amiss if I didn't tell you to go check us out on our website, GMIHub.ca. That is where you will find out the different things that we are doing. We have three major things that we do to help artists, promote their music and release their talent and showcase their talent. And basically the three things are, well, this program, of course, because we want to provide the education and the connection and the mentorship. We also do compilation projects, which if you were watching the very beginning of this program, you've learned that we are doing a Christmas compilation project. Again, it's our fourth one, and we are inviting songwriters and producers to collaborate and just bring some new Christmas music. Do we need more Christmas music? Answer, yes. We always want something new. We always want something fresh. So we invite you to bring your Christmas music. If you want to know more about that, go to GMIHub.ca to get more information. Also, we have an artist showcase coming up on May the 29th, and we would love for you to be there. Go to GMIHub.ca to get your tickets. We have some awesome artists. You'll see them there: Luke Langman, Yamisi, Tom Rowe, Adrian Prince, and Jason Dunn. Amazing artists, some of which you've heard, of whom you've heard on the radio. Some of whom, like, it's a variety of music that we're going to be hearing. It's not just one style. It's from adult contemporary to worship to rock to country to even the African flair to rap. You've got to come and see this. So please, please, please go to gmihub.ca and check that out and come on out. I mean, encourage these guys to come, especially if you're able to come in person. We're going to be in Mississauga at 3434 Cawthra Road, which is the home base of Mississauga City Baptist Church. Thank you to them. They're one of our sponsors, and we're so thankful that they opened their house of the Lord to us so that we can just have artists come and just share their music and share their talent. Well, that was my big commercial, right? Let's bring Daryl back in and say, Daryl, are you happy? Are you excited about our conversation for today?
I am. I'm always happy about our conversations. I always find they're
Awesome.
engaging. They're engaging, and just the fun networking. And as much as we can be across the country and across the world a number of times, it's fun community, getting to know each other,
Yes.
and educational. So I am definitely looking forward to this. Talking about video production and realistically videos for music, which is always
That's
fun
right.
because it's video and music, which I really enjoy doing.
Yes, yes. For those who don't know, one of the things that Daryl is actually known for is video production as well, but for live productions. We are going to bring a guest on that actually does video production for music videos, and I'd love to introduce to you Marvin Brown. Marvin Brown is the founder and videographer of Chase the Dream Films, and Marvin, like I said before, was he's the man behind the scenes when it came to videos of, we got introduced to his videos through Raymond Toe. And if you were to see some of those videos, some of which were on the ads that we had promoting this particular program, you would have seen some of his artistry, some of his camera work and his editing abilities. And here's just a sample right now of one of the videos that he did for Raymond Toe. Just absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible. And we just wanted to get him on here to talk about what does he do to make these great videos. So Marvin, come on, say hello, and thank you so much for being here.
How you guys doing? You're welcome. I'm happy to be here today with you guys. Hope everyone's doing well.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, Marvin, we've chatted on the phone, and you shared a lot of information. But I wanted you to share a little bit. One thing I didn't ask you is how did you get into making music videos in the first place? Like, what's your story behind what you
That's a
do
good
now?
question. So that's actually a good question. So I used to be an artist. Like I used to be a
A
music
music
artist.
artist?
Yeah, I actually used to be an independent artist at one point. So I used to be an artist for a long time. I was going a lot of places at one point, and I did tours, and I met a lot of people. Akon, I met Serrani. I opened for Serrani. I opened for a few people. And then what happened was a director, one of my directors, was taking too long to kind of. I shot a video with him, and he took so long to get me my product back, which was crazy. It was like over a month or more, and I couldn't get a hold of him, and I felt like I was just chasing him, and I got worried, and I put a lot of money into it, and it just, I don't know, I kind of just, it was just too much. So I decided to do my own projects and start my own video, because I went to school for computer, so I was already like, kind of already know, I was around it for so long, so like I kind of just learned myself and kept going.
That's awesome. So when you started, did you do videos just for your own music at first, or did
When I
you?
started, I
Uh,
my own music at first.
yeah,
So yeah,
awesome.
I did.
And what was the turning point for you to start doing it for other artists?
When people started liking my video and they asked who was the videographer, and I was like, me. And then they're like, can you shoot my video? And I was like, you know what? I wasn't trying to do it for other people, but you like my work that much, I will come and shoot your video. So then I just started the business from there, and then I started falling in love with it, and after that, it just kind of took itself.
That's awesome. Now I know that you've done videos for Raymond Toll because that's who we're familiar with. But I'm sure there's several other artists that you've worked with. Are they mostly in the GTA or from other places? Or
I've shot videos for OVO TV Gucci. I don't know if you know him. He's from
nope,
OVO
I
member.
don't think so. Okay,
Well, yeah, he's up there right now with Drake. He's in Drake's band. I shot videos
awesome.
for Rich from OVO also, both of those members. I shot a lot of videos for like K Doll, Dollars, a bunch of different artists. But I've been shooting videos for like 4 years now, so I've been seeing many different artists.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so let's talk about your process. Okay, so you've already said that there are some people have saw your work and they say, I like what you do. Can you shoot my video? Right? And you go, sure. So then let's talk about the initial process here. The creativity.
Okay.
What happens in the creativity process? Is it you that comes up with the creativity? Is it the artist? Is it a collaboration? How does that work?
Well, it depends. So when someone says, "Can I shoot your video?" and I'm like, "Okay, so do you have an idea?" I say, "Do you have an idea first?" And if they say, "I have no idea," then I'm like, "Okay, send me the song. Let me take a few days, listen to it, see what the vibe is, and give you my own idea." So I listen to the song for a couple days. I hear it in the car, just feel the vibe out of what kind of style the song is and what kind of what it gives me when I actually listen to it, right? And then from there, I think of locations. I think of a story. I like videos with stories because stories are not done anymore. There's a lot of like too much, not too much, but like stories that people used to like go with the story like it's a mini movie. People love that, so I kind of like doing that in my videos. So if someone's like, "Hey, let's do a story about, it's an R&B song. Let's do a nice story, girl guy story. They meet and try to make it a little different," and I try to do that.
Cool, cool. What about now? You talked about locations and all that. Do you make the arrangements for the locations, or do you suggest the locations for them, or do they come up with the location? Like, how does that work? Venues.
Well, it depends. Some artists, like Raymond, he actually just he knew where he wanted some places, and then he says if I have any ideas, and I was like, okay, well in Scarborough there's a nice cliff. Let's shoot a video there. I like the cliff. We could take a couple drone shots around, very epic, and it looked nice. So we did. I one of his like last videos, and it looked really nice. Like he was just standing on the cliff top, and it was beautiful. So sometimes it is me, but sometimes it's the artist. So it all depends because some artists do know what they want, and other artists when they don't know, I come up with locations.
Awesome. Awesome. What about props? Let's talk props. Because I know in some videos there are Oh, anything from, a chair to a dog to, I don't know, just all kinds of different props that come up. Is that something that you arrange, or is that something that the artist comes up with? How does that work?
Well, based on the story or whatever I either come up with or artists come up with, both of us, either I say like I say he says he wants to do that the song is more of like a drive song. I'll be like, okay, hey, why don't we get a car with like a Corvette or something, just nice for the video. And so the props come up with sometimes and the artists come up with. But majority of times I would say the artists, because they know what they want in their song and they know they're trying to portray a certain style of what they want. So they normally come up with the props, but some props I give an idea, we should put this in there, but it all depends on their budget because props do cost money.
That's true. That's true. So, in short, the creativity portion is basically you and the artist collaborating, and it's a give and
Yeah.
take in some ways. Awesome.
Yeah, I try to
Awesome.
make it them too, so they could, because it's their project, it's their like art, and I don't want to take it away from them. I want to just add to what they say and just add to make it more creative. That's all.
Awesome. Awesome. And I love the fact that you say that you love to create that story, because actually there are a lot of songs now that seems to be coming back, is bring in the story, bring in the testimony, or whatever the case may be. So I think that's kind of cool that you try to capture the story and make a visual out of it. I think that's pretty awesome. So let's talk gear. Now you mentioned I was gonna say RoboCam. That's not the right word. Drone. Like you have, literally, you have a camera, a drone that you can make certain
Yeah.
shots with.
Okay, so I have a drone. I have the Phantom 3 4K, and I'm buying a new one soon, but the 4K one is really good. It's a beautiful drone. That's for aerial shots. So I use that to do aerial shots around the city. Um, it just it looks beautiful when it comes to like summertime. So I mix it with my actual handheld camera, which is A7 III or A6300. I have a few cameras. I have 3 cameras altogether. But yeah, I just kind of mix it, and depending on like how I want to shoot, I use certain cameras.
Okay. Now, do you get help? Because if you have all those cameras, do you have other people that shoot with
Yeah,
you, or is that just
so that's part of the budget, like you said. I need an assistant to help me because I can't do everything myself. So I always have at least one assistant on the set. So if we shoot, I need assistant to play back. I need assistant to like help me carry gear. I need assistant to help me like do other things that it's always necessary.
right? Right. Um, Daryl, this is your section. All the gear stuff.
I was going to jump in. So you said you have 3 cameras and you use one for a special or for the situation. So what would you use each camera for?
Okay, so meaning like, okay, my main camera, which is the A7 III, that's for, I would say, the higher end videos, the more budget people who are like paying the higher end cost. And if someone's like, okay, I can't afford that much and I want to do something real basic and real simple, then I'll go to the A6300, which is, it's still good quality, but it's not as good as A7, but it's like there's a person on a budget and you can still get good quality. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So
Now, when you're saying A,
like,
is A let me jump in here. Is A a brand name or is that just a model number? Just in case somebody's wanting to look at what this is about. Sorry?
okay, no, so Sony A7 III is
Yep.
the higher end camera, and Sony A6300 is like a couple cameras before that. Like it's a lower end camera. It's still
Right.
4K,
Okay.
but picture quality there's a big difference.
Okay. And then you said you had a third camera.
That's my Canon, but that's just for like photos more. I just shoot photos
The
with that.
Canon 5D or
I never shot in a while. The photos, it's been in my kit because I kind of like never took it out in so long. I've been doing videos for so long. I just like, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I'm going to jump ahead a wee bit on the technology here. So are you, when I was looking at some of the videos that you did with Raymond, I notice a lot of it is outdoor shots or very well lit. Do you use lighting, or do you pretty much try and go with what is available to you on site?
Actually, I have lighting. I have a lot of lighting, but normally I don't have to because outdoor, most people want to shoot videos outside in the summertime because the weather is beautiful, and I kind of like outside because outside better colors, better. It just looks more beautiful, more fun, more intriguing. But studio videos are fun too, but it's a lot more editing involved, and it's like you have to be trying to you have it's I find it a little more repetitive when you do studio videos compared to like outside when you could actually like jump from scene to scene to locations to different scenery. It just captures the eye better, I feel like. It keeps you more interested if that instead of three scenes repeating itself, it's like you don't know what's coming next.
Right. It's part of the storytelling. You're going from chapter to chapter.
Yeah.
And then I know Cheryl, when she was catching me up on some of the discussion that she had with you earlier, she was saying that you shoot black and white a lot of the time so that you fix the color
Oh, not black and
in
white.
post.
It's called S-Log. I shoot an S-Log. So I shoot S-Log 2. So it's gray. It's not really black and white, but it's gray. So it's flat.
It's a grayscale.
Profile. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all flat. So then I could just put into post and I could do my white balance and like so pretty much I set the white balance depending where I am and then bring it to post and everything. I could just control everything better. You can bring everything back, right?
Okay. Let's see. I'm just jumping through here some of the stuff. Yep, go ahead.
No, because like for instance, like I would say not amateur, but like if you see an amateur video, they shoot in just color. Like wherever they are, they just put a camera on and shoot. They can have the best camera, but they shoot in color. And then when they go to post, they can't do anything with it. Meaning like if they try to like change the colors, it all becomes really mucky and you know what I mean? Like you can't manipulate colors if it's already in color, kind of thing. So if you shoot flat, it's like you could bring it and you could change it to how you want it, how you like it. Like I have a video that I was shot it down the road, Scarborough, but it looks like it's in the islands, which is crazy because it's just down the road, but the water looks like it's in the islands.
So do you do that? I'm just trying to remember that's being done because I thought one of the reasons was because of the difference in lighting. For example, even if you're doing outdoor shots, at noon the light is a certain way, right? But maybe at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening, it's another way, like another lighting. It's maybe more orangey or yellow and maybe warmer compared to another time. So when you have it that vastly different, unless that's part of the story, that's where you get to the let's make it all flat and then we can put the color that we want. Or if it's a sunny day but the song is more of a sad song, you want to have more of a blue lighting, you want it to be more dark, you can arrange that.
That's another reason too. So we want to make sure everything is consistent, so it's not just two different colors to a video unless you choose to be. Like you control how you want it to be.
Right.
So
So here's my silly question. Your company is named Film, but I'm curious, are your cameras digital? Or are they film cameras? I'm just curious. I know it's a silly question, but I'm just curious.
Oh, you mean like the films, the roll films, like the old films?
Yeah. Or film like movie films. Like, I don't know.
They're not the old films, just regular cameras. No, I wish. Bring it back to the old films. That would be funny. No, I wish I had those old ones. You just like No, but no, just regular cameras, Sony digital cameras. Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, that was just my silly question.
Okay.
There's a reason why you're not on the tech side of things.
I know.
I actually kind of want to go back here to the very beginning, when you were first saying when somebody comes in and talks to you about putting together a music video. I am wondering what the process is. So they come in, they talk to you, you kind of agree on I'll call it a simple concept. You agree on a price point. Now, do you actually sit down and spend time storyboarding this yourself, storyboarding it to with the other person? Do you go line by line, or is it verse by verse? Like, what? How does that work with your process?
Okay, so say we have a general idea, like we're like, okay, we want the girl to meet the guy at the house, and then after the house they go to the movies, and the movies to, I don't know, for a walk. So we have a general idea between me and the artist, and then I sit down and I listen to the song and I kind of detail how I'm going to shoot it. So I'm going to be like, from verse 1 to this, I'm going to get these shots in the, the movies or whatever, like the first scene to the next scene to the next scene. So I do the breakdown of those before I go shoot it, because I like to like break it down so I already know what I'm going to shoot before I get there. And then other things I do is just like, while I'm shooting, I'm like, oh, this angle's a lot better because, it just looks better while I'm there, because you never know what looks good until you're actually there, right? So like the process is me actually sitting there typing it up and having it broke down and say, okay, this. Then I send to the artist and say, hey, for this scene, you need these people. For this, you need these props. You need that. For the second scene at, I don't know, the walk or wherever, you need this, and just you and the main girl, and maybe this clothing, depending on like what you guys want to wear, styles and stuff. But I do the breakdown, so the artist is more comfortable and they know what you got to do, what they need, and like it helps them too. It makes it easier for them to like prepare for it, so it all comes together better.
Awesome. And I guess it's good to have that kind of a plan, because then it's much easier. It's more organized when you actually do the shoot, right? You actually, you're going to be here. This is yeah.
Way easier. They know what they got to do at each location. They know, they already know the video before it's shot, so it's kind of easier that way.
Yes. And they know what outfits they want to wear and the whole bit. Sorry, I'm being a girl.
Yeah.
So.
And while we talk about the outfits based on the scene, and they asked me like on this Saturday I was with an artist, and we went to a studio and we were trying to pick out like 3 studios to like shoot in, like 3 backgrounds, and we're trying to figure out the colors to wear and stuff, and then he's asking me like what color to wear on the red, and I was like, okay, well, it depends what you want to wear. Like I could say you could wear white, or you could wear just something that pops out away from the red. So like, oh, you know what? I want black. But I was like, the last video, you wore a lot of black, so we kind of want to change it up a little bit. So your style, you know what I mean? Like just so you just change up, because you want this video to be different. And then,
Right.
So yeah, we changed it up a little bit, and we kind of agreed on the colors and everything. So now he just sent me pictures of the models and everything. So then I told him everything, and yeah, so we have a shoot coming up also.
I know that when we started, and this is probably very similar, when Daryl and I started doing these webcasts, one of the things that I always asked him about was about coloring, like what colors to wear and so forth. And the reason for that was just because I know that from his background working in television, there were certain patterns that would kind of go buggy on the camera. And so I'd always ask him, like, is this too buggy? Is this is this going to work for the camera or not with the camera? I don't know if that still exists with current cameras nowadays, but I know there was a time when too much patterns would do something crazy
when too much patterns on clothes.
Yes.
Like too much. Yeah, it's still kind of, it makes it harder to color because there's like too much, but it is not that bad. It's like, it's not that bad. You can still do it. It's not as bad as back in the days, because you shoot flat, so you could just have like, you don't have to make the colors pop too much. You can kind of have it like a little standard, not too much popping, because the shirt might be too much going on. So most artists don't wear too crazy. They do more like one standard, more or less. So it's a little easier to color. It's easier to just make it look better.
Right, right. Awesome. Well, I wanted to go into the editing um, side. Is it a commercial time there, Daryl? Or
Sure. Yep. We can do a commercial.
okay, let's do a commercial break. But don't go away. We're gonna come back and talk about the post. What happens at post?
Now is the time to submit your original Christmas song.
The Who is You. If you're a songwriter and would love to be a part of our Christmas compilation project, then you're in the right place.
Where can you submit? GMIHub.ca is the place. Please visit our website at GMIHub.ca and click on Family Christmas to find out how you can submit your song today.
You could be a part of the GMI Hub Family Christmas Volume 4.
GMIHub is accepting new songs for their 2023 Christmas compilation. To find out how to submit your song, go to www.gmihub.ca today. GMIHub Family Christmas Volume 4.
And we are back. I hope you didn't run away too far away, because we are here talking about the making of a music video. What goes behind the scenes, and what happens to make the video become the video that you need it to be to tell your story and tell a story that's within the music. We're here with Marvin Brown of Chase the Dream Films, who is with us. He's the videographer behind many videos, music videos. The one that we're most familiar with is with Raymond Toe, who has been on our artist showcases as well as a panelist for our program. So welcome again, Marvin. And we're going to continue this conversation. We've learned already about the creativity side, what kind of happens with, props, locations, and how you coordinate that. We learned a little bit about your gear. Now I want to talk about the post. I want to talk about the editing process. I'm gonna pretend I'm a tech person and go, what editing software do you use? Are you proud of me?
Well, I use Adobe Premiere because I like Adobe Premiere. It's easy to use. It's just friendly, if that helps. Meaning, like, you have certain software you have to have a stronger computer to actually run, but Adobe you could actually run on pretty much any computer, which is great for editing. So I like Adobe because of that.
Awesome. And now I know there's probably a lot of editing that goes on, because I'm guessing based on whatever your storyboard is with the particular song and with the music video, there is a number of different things that you have to do. Like, one of the things we just talked about was the color. I'll call it correction. Is that the right way to say that?
That's exactly color correction. That's exactly what it's called.
Okay, so there's, and what else is there? Like, there's color correction. Oh, I know, there's the audio stuff too. Like, when you're shooting, do you have an audio thing going on while you're doing the shoot, and then you play it back later on? Like, how does that work?
Okay, so when I'm shooting, I have the original audio played on the speaker, and say we do a take and we play it back the same time as we're recording, and we play it out loud. And each time we record, we actually play it back. So every single take or every shot, other than like slow motions, it's the audio is on. So if it's shooting live performance, every performance they're doing, they're singing to the audio over and over again, so many different times all day. And then I bring all that into post. And once I put it into post, I have to sync it with the actual audio that they got from the studio. So I highlight all the clips with the original audio, make sure when I'm out live, it's loud enough that it's easy to pick up when you get to your computer. So it's easy to sync together. So once I sync it all together, I delete the audio that's video, the live video. I delete the live sound, and then it's already synced up to the actual studio.
So then
If that
that's what
makes
makes it
sense.
sound.
Yes,
And
that's
that's what
how
makes
you.
sync it up. That's how it makes it sound like this awesome singer is singing from studio, but they're not in the studio, they're out in the field and they sound
Yeah,
awesome.
but they have to sing the song though. That's the key. They have to actually sing the song because the thing about some artists are, if you lip sync, you can see it. It doesn't line up as well as you actually singing the song. So they have to
Okay.
actually perform the song. The better they perform it, the better the audio lines up. It's just the better. It's like you're performing it. Video is just a performance, and it's just a performance mixed with a lot of creativity to make it the way what it is. So you still have to perform it at the end of the day.
Right. And that's a great tip to know because I thought, to be honest with you, I thought all they did was lip sync. I literally thought all they did was just move their mouth to the beat, to whatever was happening.
Or like
And
pretend
you
like
had to
that.
do that. What was
No,
that?
they have to perform. No, some artists try to just move their mouth, and I tell them if you want a good video, I recommend you perform your song, or else your lips might be off from your song.
Do you ever, when they're performing, do you ever find, I know it sounds strange, but do you ever find that sometimes they sing a little differently than what's actually on their recording? Or,
Oh,
do you ever find that that's
100%.
an issue? Oh, yeah.
No, as long as they say the words, it doesn't really matter because as long as they say the words, when the words come on the beat, it doesn't matter if their voice is scratchy or it doesn't really matter as long as they say the words properly. That's it.
Right. Cool. Okay. So, what about time? How long roughly do you find it takes to do the editing? And there's probably there's a bigger question about time and all, right? But roughly, like what's the relation to editing kind of thing? How does that roughly work out to be?
Okay, so let me tell you the steps. So first, I gotta transfer actually all the clips from the camera to the computer. So that's say I shot 8 hours. That's 8 hours of like high quality videos transfer. So that'll take a while just to transfer it on its own. So after I transfer it, then I have to transfer to the program that I'm using, Adobe. So after I transfer the program, then I got to go through the clips. So I got to go through all the best clips, I would say, each clip of their performance, go through it, and then separate that and put it into actual part I'll be edited. So now I have the best performances in that area. Nothing's edited yet. So after that, I got to sync it with the audio. After sync with audio, then I go through the whole video and then start chopping it up. And while I'm chopping it up towards the story, I got to put B-rolls in each section where slow motion comes in. And so the process is a long process. It's like, and that's just the editing part. And after I do all the cuts and the B-rolls, then I got to think of effects after that to add a little bit to the video, then transitions to create cooler effect. Like transition effects the same, but it's like you want to create like a cool video and how it goes and the flows. And then after all that, you do the coloring. So it's like it takes days. Sometimes it takes weeks. If you want to produce a proper video, it sometimes takes weeks. Like, because
Wow.
it'll take,
Wow.
say you just did it, but I don't mean weeks of 8 hours a day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, say I did 8 hours today, that would probably give me a rough, no coloring, no nothing, just a rough edit of just cut up video. Nothing really, no transition, no effects, just a quick rough. And then once I get that rough, I could really tweak it for the next like 3 weeks. Say I'm here because when you look at a video too long in one day, you miss things. It's like when you're looking at something for so long, you don't see the bigger picture. So you got to step away from it and come back another day, and then you see your flaws and you see that doesn't look right and this looks. So you got to do it for a while until you get the product that you want.
Right, right. It sounds the same. Like it happens with audio too, with songs. When we talk to producers, like audio producers and audio engineers, they say the same thing. They hear it so much that sometimes they have to step away from it because they can't hear any errors anymore. It all sounds the same.
Yeah.
They've heard it. They're so used to it. So they have
Yeah.
to walk away and then come back to it. And then it's, oh, right, I don't like that thing here. I'm going to edit that out or whatever the case may be. So you have it the
Yeah.
visual way. So that makes total sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes total
because you
sense.
see the same thing. You see the same thing over and over again. You miss it, so you have to keep coming back to it every day, and you'll see something new every day. I guarantee you that. You'll be like, "Wait, I never seen that yesterday," and then the next day you're like, "Oh wow, that doesn't look right." You keep going, and even when you're done, the crazy thing is even when you take 2-3 weeks to finish the video, and you finally finish it, and you send it to like the artists, they actually catch things that I don't even catch. Like I said, you see it so
Wow.
much, you actually miss things. So the artist is like, "Oh, look, my tag is sticking out or something." And I'm like, "I didn't even see that." Like, so it's good
Oh
that
my goodness.
you have another eye on it that never seen it yet, and they could help me
Right.
catch things that I can't even see sometimes. I've been looking at it for so long. So
And
it's a
if
process.
they do spot that, so if they spot little things like that, is it easy to correct stuff like that, or is it a matter of, oh wait,
Yeah,
now we got to find a clip that doesn't have it?
No, depends like how bad it is, but like most time I could take it out. It's not that bad.
Right.
Most time I could fix most of the time. There hasn't been anything crazy. There has been an artist that like I couldn't do this. I couldn't take it out because it was the artist. It was her shoes. To be honest,
Oh,
she wanted.
okay.
She wore the wrong shoes, and she's like, "I don't like the shoes." And I was like, "You're walking. I don't know what to do with that. I could try to zoom in and not show your shoes, but it's only going to have a certain amount of angles because the wide angles you'll never see because your shoes are in it." So
Right.
yeah, that one was a funny one, but it happens,
I can
right?
imagine. Yes, it does.
It,
Talk
it
about
does
crazy
happen,
stuff that could happen. Crazy stuff
right?
that
It
can
does happen.
happen during. So if you have to go through all that process, and that's just the editing, and then there's the shoot, the actual shoot itself,
Yeah,
which could take, I guess,
like it
hours. It
depends. It could take a
depends
whole day.
again.
Yeah. So it could
I'm
take
So
gonna
if
jump
you
in
do
here.
location.
yeah,
Hmm?
When you do your shoots on location, is this more of a guerrilla style shooting, or do you go out and get the full permits to shoot where you
No,
need to?
it depends. Most of the time I could just go out and shoot because the city is okay. And depending that if I need a permit, I'll tell the artist ahead of time, like, "Hey, look, one artist asked me to shoot at Distillery District." I'm like, "You need a permit for that." So I tell them and be like, "Okay, well, let's go look into it." And they look into it and they're like, "It's too expensive." And now they're like, "I can't do that." So then most artists, because they got to pay for the video, the models, the cars. So they'd rather just go out and shoot in places that you're allowed to shoot at compared to like try to buy permits. And that's why videos could cost, right? So I said is like if you're paying $2,000 for a professional video compared to paying $20,000 to get permits and everything that you need, clearly it's two different budgets. So most artists in the city are like, "No, let's just go out and shoot it, gun it, wherever we can shoot or allowed to shoot, we shoot." It's
right.
easier for them. It's easier for me. It just works. But then some artists do actually try to get permits and then we shoot, which is fine. So both ways, it depends on their budget.
I was going to
So
say, roughly, is there for someone who is new to this? Okay, maybe someone they've just started. We deal with a lot of people that are just writing music and just releasing music, but they may not have done any music videos. Um, what a few questions I can ask with that. What roughly a budget would you suggest that they should have before they even consider doing a music video? That's one question. And the other thing are, what are some tips that you would give them if they're considering to do a music video? So there's two things:
Okay.
budget and tips.
Okay. So the music video
Roughly.
itself, okay. If you're a new artist and you want to shoot a music video, you got to consider this. You could shoot a cheap video, and what happens with cheap videos is they don't get seen a lot because you can see the quality, the production. It doesn't make you stand out. And if you're a new artist and you want to stand out, you shoot a professional video. So roughly, if you were a new artist, anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000, 2,500. I would say that's your ball game to get a professional video. And I don't mean that's just for the videographer. I'm talking about that's for your props, that's for the say models, that's for like everything that you need in your video to make you stand out as an artist that is not just upcoming but is seen. Because there's so many artists nowadays, you have to stand out in this city in general. So if you shoot video, you're not going to stand out and people won't pay attention to you. But they only pay attention to people who shoot professional videos, just like the ones that you could go on TV, the ones that could be aired anywhere, the ones that people will be like, wow, that's such a nice video, like that captures people's like, wow, that's so beautiful, you know? So that would be the budget, I would say. And you said?
I'm going to jump in before you continue on. Sorry, I'm going to jump in. When I'm hearing that number of 2,500, that includes the artists and location and props, because I know sometimes some guys have had to rent cars or whatever, or bikes and stuff like that. I look at that and I'm going, that is a good price point. Like, I've just come back from some events that we were doing, and I'm looking at the dollars and what the cost of bringing crew, and I'm seeing what you're quoting me and what I've seen and I've heard from guys, especially for the product you're putting out. I'm going, why would I want to do that? I don't have the time, right? I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I actually have the gear, but I'm just going, why would I do that when I can get somebody who's a professional and does that for a living? And it is a different eye. It is a different eye, a different way of thinking, and a different way of shooting. And I'm going, for that price point, I'm going, why would I try and pull that off myself? It's really not worthwhile. But then again, I also know some guys aren't paying that to produce a song either. So that's a whole different topic, is the value for the song more than the recording. But hey, maybe we'll have to talk about that sometime, Cheryl. But I'm going to let you continue on for tips for somebody who's making or hiring, let's say making the first music video. I'll let you continue on. Yep.
So what was the second question you were saying?
Just any tips. And literally it was
Honestly,
for someone who's just thinking about it, or they've never done a music video before, but it's something they're thinking about. What are some things that they should take into consideration? You mentioned one thing already, which is the quality of what they want to output, right? But is there anything else that you can think of?
Yeah. So I used to be an artist, like I said. What I learned as when I was used to be an artist is I put way more money into music videos. Like if I told you how much I spent for music videos before, I spent $5,000 for a music video easily. Like that when I was an artist, I was spending like 5,000. Like music videos, I flew to LA and shot a music video. So I know music videos are expensive. Yeah, like I know. I had a video with Shaw Claire, like music video with Shaw Claire. So I had to pay Shaw Claire. I had to pay the club. I had to pay the girls. I had to pay the car, and I think that cost me like 6,000 or something for everything. And then the videographer and everything. Yeah, so like I know it cost. But the thing is, for any new artist, you got to realize like what is the value of what you are selling. Like if you don't believe in yourself, in a sense of like saying like you make a song and if you think it's really good and you believe in it, you kind of like invest in it because you're investing in yourself. No one is going to invest in you but yourself. So my biggest is just invest in yourself. If you invest in yourself, meaning you invest in production of the song, so you go to the studio, you record professionally, it sounds beautiful. Why not continue your investment into a professional video now? Now you got a professional video. What's next? Now you got to get promotions, because promotions, you can't just drop a video and think it's going to go viral. It doesn't. You have to say, okay, do you know promotions? You should invest more in promotions than actual video. So whatever you're paying for the video, you should double that or more. That's how crazy promotions is nowadays. So like, say you drop a video, say I did a video for you, and I'm like, okay, the video was 1,500. Okay, you did a nice professional video. It could go places. What do you do next? Now I could say, some artists ask me, I'm like, well, I could say put it on World Star if you want, but that costs you $1,000. Like, that's crazy, right? $1,000 Canadian just to go on World Star. And then now you're paying for promoters, and by the time you end up paying a good promoter to get your video viral, you're looking at like 10,000 and up for actual like promotions that could get you where you need to be. So
Right.
as a new artist, you got to realize it costs a lot to get where you want to be. But once you get there, then it doesn't cost as much, because now you got everyone's trying to like work with you because you're famous, or do you know what I mean? Now everyone's throwing
Yes.
free, hey, I shoot your video for free because you have a name, and it just changes. So what you invest,
Right.
what you give is what you get. If that makes any sense.
Right. Right. No, that's very good. Very good points. Very good points.
I got a couple
Yeah.
points. I'm going to jump in here, and it's not to take away, because I think a lot of people who are wanting to do videos, wanting to know why it costs so much, and I will do, for those who record all their own stuff and going, well, why does it cost so much to do videos? Let's do this. Grab your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever you've got, and shoot proper way for video, not this way. Shoot this way, right? And have somebody that knows your music a little bit, and we won't even say, they can do the lip syncing. We won't worry about that. And shoot them doing your song, and just run around your house or in the park, shooting them, and try and piece that together. When you find out that it takes you 4 to 6 hours to shoot that amount with proper length of clips, which is 3 to 5 seconds. That's kind of the rule of thumb that we go when we shoot stuff. You shouldn't have anything on screen for more than 3 to 5 seconds. And you have to cut that down for a 3.5 minute song. You're going to find out 16 hours of work to make a video is not going to cut it. And if you're paying even a college student at $20 or $25 an hour, do the math. It is a lot of money. But if you had to do that yourself, and your job is to make music and not the videos, you're needing to hire somebody who knows what they're doing. So, and if you don't know what you're wanting it to look like, go and practice shooting anyways. It gives you an idea of what your video is going to look like before you talk to somebody to come in and shoot your video. It really makes a big difference knowing what you're involved with and what it's going to take, right? If you can't talk about being in a recording studio and telling somebody how to record it in the studio if you've never done it or been involved doing it. So shoot it. So when you talk to your DOP, director of photography, or your producer for the video, you actually have a starting ground, and they understand you and you can understand them. It's a long, tedious process. I can say otherwise, but I've done it. But I'm one of those guys that has been, I do this for a living, but again, I do stuff on the live side. It's the same, but no difference. And man, I'm glad that you do that and not me.
it takes a lot.
Yeah.
I don't realize there's a lot of invested into the cameras, the gimbals, the drones. Like, I've spent a lot of money on my gear, so it's like I'm not renting it. I'm literally buying it and owning it, and like, it's an investment. Like, just like I said, if people like, I invest in my own company. So the gimbal, I have like 3 or 4 gimbals. Like, hold on, you might look. Behind me, I have like there's a Ronin behind me. Like I have so many gimbals. It's not funny, but I invested on my gimbals. That's just what you do. I invest in my lights, just everything. It's all just an investment at the end of the day. So
Right.
it's what makes the video production better. So I could go out in a car because I have a car mount. Like it's things that you have to invest in to make your video better. And I invest in my company to make my videos better. So when I'm asking for like a price, I'm not asking it because I'm trying to get money. I'm asking because I invest in these things. And by the time I take that production and do all that 8-hour shoot and all that whatever editing, it does take a lot of time.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and there's a skill set. Like we never really even touched on the lighting, on what a lighting will do, because we were talking that a lot of the stuff not all of it, a lot of it that you do is outdoors. So you don't
Yeah.
need much. I know, because I know I'll probably get flamed by guys later on. You don't need as much lighting outdoors. But like I'll just do this here. I'm gonna do this.
Wow, difference, huh?
It's a difference, and I'm gonna do something else here. What does the lighting do?
See?
Right? And the experience that's needed to pull that off, knowing right from the get-go, it's actually not a bad look. Let's throw that up on big screen. It's a whole different look than when I actually put on proper lighting. Right? And is there a difference between indoor lighting and outdoor lighting? And how does that change everything? And if you take a look from what Cheryl's camera is, here, let me do this here, point. From Cheryl's camera to my camera to your camera, there's a big difference. I think your camera and my camera are pretty close to the same, which are USB cameras or cameras from the laptop. Cheryl's isn't, and I'll just leave it at that. But there's a reason why you're paying to have that come in, and like I said, that's so worth it. When people realize how long it takes. I remember when I used to edit a TV show. It was a weekly 2-hour TV show. It was an hour a minute. That's where we budget, and we were recording on tape. So It was a weekly 2-hour TV show. So 4 hours of ingestion, 2 hours out minimum. Actually, 2 hours out to render, and then 2 hours out. So you're spending a full day before you can even touch the clips and even look at them after you've shot it. And we were also recording audio that actually mattered versus what you are doing, which you're recording audio, but you're going to throw it out after anyways.
Yeah.
Man, maybe we'll have to get you back in and we'll do some how to light things properly for videos. For TikTok, this way, or this way. And that's a great debate. Does anybody, I'm going to do this, does anybody talk to you to shoot their stuff like this for social media? Or are you doing everything this way?
I don't know. I don't really do social media. Like when
you don't do social media.
No, I do it, but I do it with an actual camera though. So
right.
I don't
so
actually
you get calls and then you crop it.
Oh man. Oh, that's so funny.
Well, yeah, I would love to have you back and to talk about this. Like this is, I hope that as you have been watching this, that you have learned a lot. I know I have learned a lot again as I listened to Marvin talk about doing music videos. I'll be honest, I've never had a music video done, and hearing this, it's like, wow, there's a lot that goes behind making a music video. And some people take this all for granted, but I'm hoping that hearing what the steps that Marvin has laid out of what happens from the creativity side right through to the editing side, that there's a greater appreciation and a greater understanding of what goes behind a video. So next time you watch a music video, take note of who's producing it, and if you're able to shoot a message to them saying, hey, great job, or something, something to encourage them, because that is it's just incredible what they do behind the scenes to make a video happen. And so, Marvin, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing what you do. If people want to find out more from you, or they want to contact you, I believe you said Instagram was the best way.
Yeah, right now Instagram, Chase the Dream Films. Just DM me, and you can check out some of my stuff there, and just give me a shout. I have a lot of videos on there,
Awesome.
content. So yeah.
Awesome. So there you have it. It's Instagram. It's Chase the Dream Films, or at Chase the Dream Films, all one word, I believe, like treat it as all one word.
All one word, yeah.
All one word. And yeah, and you can reach out to him if you're interested in finding out more. You have a YouTube channel as well with some of your videos, or they're all on Instagram?
Yeah. Chase Dream Films, the same thing. Chase Dream Films on YouTube. So it's the same on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chase Dream
Awesome.
Films.
Chase the Dream Films on YouTube, and you can see some samples of his video work. Of course, I can always refer you to Ray Toe, and then because we know that his videos, so definitely go and check that out. But again, again, thank you, Marvin, for being here. It's absolutely awesome to have you, and for agreeing to share your process. I think that's just so valuable, so valuable to learn about. It makes me really think about, and actually I'm thinking of our other co-host when he made his Christmas songs, and he was thinking of doing a nice video, and that would have been so fun to do. But oh my gosh, so much work compared to from what you're telling me, it would have been so much work. But anyway, thank you so much again, and thank you, audience, for joining us. I hope you learn a lot from this, and I hope you will review this and share. Remember, if you're on YouTube, definitely hit the like button, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and ring the bell so you know that when we're coming back with new information. Also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and here on YouTube as well. So definitely check us out there. Facebook Washers, you are there. We appreciate you. Definitely hit a like button for us on this as well, and give us some of your feedback. Put some comments below so we know that this has been valuable for you. And last but not least, definitely go to our website, GMIHub.ca, to learn out more about what we are doing to help artists like yourselves to move further or get further along in your music career. Remember, May 29th is an artist showcase. We have some awesome people that are coming on. Some of them you've heard on the radio, like Luke Langman, and we have others like Missy, who has kind of the African feel. We have Tom Rowe, who is a country gospel artist. We have Adrian Prince, a rap artist, and we have Jason Dunn, who is a rock artist. You may not, if you don't remember Jason Dunn, you may remember Hawk Nelson. He used to be the lead singer for Hawk Nelson, and we have him coming to our artist showcase, and we're just so thrilled that he's able to come. So definitely check us out, GMIHub.ca, for more information and to get your tickets there as well. And I'm Cheryl Duick. Co-host was Daryl Duick. Actually, I should be the co-host. He should be the main host. But anyway,
you're hosting this. Hosting this. It's not about me.
Okay. Thank you, Daryl. And again, thank you, Marvin, for being here. And we thank you. We hope to see you next week, here on GMIHub. Bye for now.
Now is the time to submit your original Christmas song.
The Who is You. If you're a songwriter and would love to be a part of our Christmas compilation project, then you're in the right place.
Where can you submit? GMIHub.ca is the place. Please visit our website at GMIHub.ca and click on Family Christmas to find out how you can submit your song today.
You could be a part of the GMI Hub Family Christmas Volume 4.
GMIHub is accepting new songs for their 2023 Christmas compilation. To find out how to submit your song, go to www.gmihub.ca today. GMI Hub Family Christmas, Volume 4.